Hey, Anthony, after you guys took that big lead, about 15 points, Phoenix rallied to lead by 1 with 5 minutes left. Just wondered what you saw down the stretch, especially on the defensive end, that helped you guys lock in and close it out.
We're a veteran team. We had some mistakes down the end, but we stayed poised, we stayed comfortable. We've been in that position before. We didn't overreact. It's a team playing at home with a crowd. They're going to make shots. We just make sure that we executed on the other end and that we got stops when it mattered. So, we did stress too much. This team can make shots. They're the best shooting team in the league from all over the floor. So, we just want to get stops when they matter, and we're able to do that.
You and LeBron both hit big threes in the final minutes, Anthony. It seemed like Phoenix was able to keep you on the perimeter. What did you see from them defensively, and how were you able to get looks down the stretch there?
Being aggressive, confident in my shot. Missed a lot of mid-ranges today, that I usually make, but didn't stop me from shooting. I was being aggressive getting to the line. And same with the rest of the guys. Braun, big-time shots. DS. Huge in the third quarter. So we just played Mark, hit a big three. So we just kept playing Laker basketball, but just taking what the defense gave us.
Dan?
AD, your guys' journey as a team to get to this point, fairly healthy, playing in the atmosphere that you want to play in. It's been a while. How do you feel about where this team is at, coming down here and splitting, and kind of moving forwards? How much better do you think this team can be still?
Yeah, we're getting better each game. We're getting better, and we're still figuring things out, still, figuring out the rotations. Trey didn't play tonight, Marquise did. So we're still playing with lineups. This is how it's going to be. And the good thing about it, we can do that. We can do that because we got a lot of guys who can play in these type of situations, and who have played in these type of situations, who stay ready. So, it's a good problem to have, but we continuously getting better and learning each other, and the more and more that we step on the floor together, the better we're going to get.
Hey.
AD, when they had cut it to 1, that 7-0 spurt by you and LeBron, the LeBron fadeaway, the 3 from you, and I think 2 free throws, happened kind of in a blink of an eye. What was that sequence like for you? And once you got through it, were you like, okay, we should be able to tie this series up?
You never want to get too comfortable with these guys. Like I say, they can score the ball very quickly, and we can too. They leaned on me and Braun heavily at the end of the game, which the team's supposed to do. And when guys are open, we make sure we find those guys and they make shots for us. Braun hit a tough 3, baseline. I hit one at the wing. Concentrated on the free throws, and we're able to pull this one out. But when we're able to hold leads, we got to do a better job of holding leads as well. But we show that we keep fighting, and we can build leads back up very fast and hold on to those leads late game and get stopped when we need to.
Bill?
AD, what were your couple of days of prep for this game like after your game 1 performance? And how much pressure did you put on yourself to have a game like this to make sure you guys didn't go home and then lose home?
I don't put too much pressure on myself. I go out there and just play basketball. Play with a lot more energy and effort tonight, and just played aggressive. I think that was the difference from game 1. But just watching some film, watching film from the finals when I played against Jay, and just learning from those situations and seeing what I can do to be effective on the floor to help my team. But that was it. Staying locked in, staying to myself, and just getting in the mode of this is a must win. And I think we all came out with that mindset, and we was able to get the job done.
Kyle.
Hey, D, I was wondering, sort of 2-part here, but I was wondering first, just your perspective on the flagrant foul that was called on you with Jay and what happened on that play, and 2, did you sense the crowd kind of? Okay, maybe you don't want to answer that, Did you feel like that dynamic affected how the crowd was treating you? And could you feel some added hostility, I guess, from the Phoenix fans?
They fans, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to take up for their players. They're supposed to cheer for their team. It wasn't intentional. Jay knows that. He came and told me that it wasn't intentional. I've never been that type of player to do anything like that. But, if you get kicks, in that area, I guess this is an automatic flagrant one, no matter what the situation is. So, I didn't let it affect me. It was early in the game. I didn't let it affect me. The crowd's going to be the crowd, cheer for their team and support their team, and just play through it. And that's all I did.
All right, last question, Mark Medina.
Hey, D, you're saying that you didn't put a lot of pressure on yourself, but you're saying to Chris after the game that you were the last to leave the practice floor the other day, and you were pretty locked in and not really talking to anyone. What was your mood like in these last 2 days?
Like I said, just to myself, really stayed in my room the whole time. Got a little patio, so I was on the patio just listening to music and just getting locked in for game 2, knowing that I could have that type of performance again. Brian is around me a lot, so he already knew. Didn't even talk to him that much. And he knows when I do that, then it's going to be a good night for me and for our team. So just trying to stay locked in and knowing that it's going to be a challenge to repeat, obviously. It's going to be a challenge to beat this team. And in order for our team to do that, I'm going to have to, play how I played tonight or better. I can't play how I played in game 1. So just want to lock into the film of how I played in game 1. The film on how Aiden and Jay guards me and trying to find ways to be effective on the floor and help the team get the win.
Thanks, AD.
Yeah.
Big game. And Rob, I want to talk something that is so important to this basketball team, and we've talked about it all year long, and it's Dennis Schroeder. Missed those 12 to 14 days, did not look like himself the last couple of times he took the floor. You saw him working his way back in. Tonight he just had that explosiveness, that change of pace, the 14 points in the second quarter to kind of keep the Lakers in that lead comfortably. And the defense, Rob, picking guys up 75, 85 feet, all over the ball. That's the Dennis Schroeder that you need if you're going to repeat as champions. If you're going to get back in this series and even it up, that's what they needed to see, and they had him tonight.
Oh, no doubt. If you watch him in that fourth quarter, which is probably the most important thing, he took it upon himself to take on the hot man who was Payne. He was in here ball hawking. They tried to make a pick and roll to get Booker open, but he stayed on Payne. And when Schroeder's in the defensive mind like this, and he's able to put that beep on you, meaning he can blow by you like the road runner and get the basket, easy buckets, it takes a load off LeBron and AD. I really like it when LeBron was saying, you know what, you bring it up, Schroeder, you have the advantage, because sometimes LeBron has a tendency to do the main ball hand. Let Schroeder, when he has the advantage and he's going like this, let him be that go guy. Let him be that guy who can facilitate and do the things that the Lakers need to win.
I think particularly in the second half and down the stretch, they are so unpredictable when he has the ball in his hands. And it's nice to have a player, maybe the third guy, who recognizes that, your top 2 main players are not under duress, but they're being guarded. They have a lot of attention, and then take over the game like he did for about 3 or 4 minutes, where he blew by, hit 18-footers, and like Rob said, picked up defensively, did some great things. So there was about 3 minutes there where it was his game, and they really needed him to recognize, score, defend, and be the man for a few minutes out there while LeBron and AD were being defended fairly well.
Before we get to the highlights, just a couple of stats that we'll talk about later in the show. Defensively, this Laker team dialed in 9 steals, 6 blocks, 13 turnovers for the Suns turned into 21 points. Only 9 turnovers for the Lakers for just 5 points.